top five, starting at number one favorite of all time, has to be Sting, the icon himself, Sting, because he's just essentially like Chris Angel. Chris Jericho. His has been around for so long, and he's always found a way to not necessarily. He's kind of been the same character for the majority of the time, but he's kind of a similar way to somebody else I'll talk about here in just a second. He's been able to make his character work throughout every single phase that he's been through. And then that in that same breath, I speak of number two, The Undertaker. He's been able to keep. He did change up here and there to kind of match to certain angles, but it was essentially the same, Mortician-esque kind of otherworldly being who, he was dominant, and he was strong, he was fierce, he was big, he was huge.
He just kind of was his tire, like the style of his tire and stuff a little bit. There are different variations and stuff like that.
Right, and then when he switched over to being the American Badass, that was, I won't lie, I didn't necessarily care for it too much, but I definitely rocked with it as a kid.
Okay,
Looking back at it now as an adult, it was a little corny, but at least he got to do what he wanted to do. Just like with the Boneyard match, at least he got to do what he wanted to do. Number three, I have to take your number five. That's The Rock. The Rock is fucking phenomenal for everything you've said, and then some more that I'm probably not gonna be able to put into words at the moment. Number four, Mick Foley, Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, whatever you want to call him. He was amazing. Him and Undertaker's Hell in a Cell match fucking broke the record for what the Hell in a Cell should be. No one, honestly, in my opinion, no one else has been able to match what they set the bar at. People have come close. I will say that people have come close.
People have had good Hell in a Cell matches, but they haven't used the cell for what
they did.
What it's for. Besides when Rikishi did it.
Yeah, Rikishi, but that was still The Undertaker. You see what I'm saying? That's why Undertaker's number two. But number five. So number five is Chris Benoit. Because he was so kind of for the same reason that Undertaker. He was so aggressive. He was so just in your face, blunt about what he was about to do. And don't get me wrong. I'm not going to try to sit here and glorify anybody. People who have done bad things should be accountable for what they've done. He did some horrible things, so he's a horrible person for what he's done. But for what he did in wrestling, he was a great technician. Very, very intricate with where he would place people and what he would grab and what he would bend, and it was just everything you wanted in an actual mat wrestler.